Here we are at LA Pet Memorial Park in Calabasas, California. This is the second oldest pet cemetery in the United States. Now, you would assume when you go to a cemetery, you're going to have a sad feeling. But somehow when you come to this pet cemetery, you have a feeling of love. You can go around and read the gravestones and see the love, the passion that people had. What I like about LA Pet Memorial Park, and the reason I'm here today, is we're doing pet adoptions, a blessing of the animals, and a Memorial Day to honor all those pets that have made life so much better for ourselves. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be honoring the pets that are with us today. We're going to honor the pets that are no longer with us, and we're going to do a blessing of the animals and hopefully find homes for a lot of dogs and cats at the same time. You know, for some people, saying that final goodbye to their dog or cat means taking that trip to the veterinarian, having the veterinarian take care of it. But for other people, they want that memory to live on and on and on. So they'll go all the way they can to make sure they memorialize their pets. For example, here we have some headstones that have just recently been made, and you can see what the headstones say. For example, our boys, Kobe and Raj Rose, in our hearts forever, we love you dearly, Mommy and Daddy. Notice the term Mommy and Daddy. Here's another one. Pierre, we miss you, your loving family. My best friend, I'll love you forever. Duty, our beloved cat. It's comforting for some people to memorialize their pets. I understand it. By memorializing my pets, it gives me the opportunity to remember them as they were when they were vibrant. So one of the reasons, again, we're here at the Memorial Park today is to let people understand the concept that it's not just the pets we have now, but the pets that have made life so much better for us over the years that we want to memorialize, just like the stones we're seeing now.
In 150 markets, founder of the Hugs and Kisses Animal Fund, Warren Eckstein.
First of all, let me thank everyone for coming today. Before I talk to you a lot, what I want to do is I want to get the color guard up here. If everyone would kind of bear with me. So can we get the color guard up here now? Come on, guys, let's come up here. And can I ask everyone to kind of stand up?
Oh my. There's animals to just lay plants right there.
I'm going to ask everyone to face the flags. Just before we do the Pledge of Allegiance, a couple of announcements that I want to make. Number one, I want to first honor all three of these veterans over here. God bless them for their service, and thank you again.
Yes, thank you.
I also want to take this opportunity to honor someone you might have already heard about. His name is Joshua Collins. He was a member of the Los Angeles Police Department, serving his third tour of duty in Afghanistan. He was a bomb expert, and he was actually one of the few people that was on his way to become a bomb technician with the LA Police Department, a very elite unit. 2 weeks before he was working on a bomb and exploded, he got a concussion. That didn't stop and went back into the field. And 2 days before he was ready to come home, he was killed by an explosive. So I want to honor the memory of Joshua Collins, both an LA Police Department member and a member of the United States Marine Corps. And I'd like to ask everyone to stand, face the flags, put your hand across your heart if you wish, and do the Pledge of Allegiance with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, guys, and God bless America. I have a couple of things I want to talk to you about. Before I do that, though, I want to introduce a good friend of mine, just to kind of give you a little bit of what's going on. Then we're going to have our blessing, and I got a great poem and a great story I want to share with you. We got a great magician that's going to come here. My good friend Patrice Ryan, a pet psychic, is going to be talking to you. Let me introduce Patrice Ryan right now so she can tell you about some of the stuff that's going on. Patrice?
Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming out today. I'm Patrice Ryan, I'm the pet psychic, and I get the pleasure of announcing that we have a great raffle, and you can get your tickets at the Hugs and Kisses booth. They're only $1. All of the money goes to the rescue organizations that are here today. So be sure to go over there, show your support. They have some really great items over there, and we'll be doing drawings like every 20 minutes, so you're never too late. You haven't missed the raffle. You can always go get your tickets and win something today. And thank you again for coming out. So we'll have a good time today. Thank you.
Thank you. Patrice is going to come back later and talk to us a little bit about our pets in the afterlife. Let me just take this opportunity before I read some of the things that I had written to let everyone know that we have some major rescue groups here. I know we're up against a big event, the big adoption event today. This is a little bit more intimate. You can get to know the dogs. Some great groups. Rescue Me Inc. is here, Operation Blankets of Love, Strangest Angels. I know I'm forgetting. I'll talk about all of them later. But if you're looking for that perfect companion, if you're looking for someone that is never going to make you angry, think about adopting some of the wonderful dogs and cats that we have adoption right here. One more note, I just want to introduce everyone to, where's Warren J? Can we bring Warren J up here? Carol Ramey, a lot of you rescue and humane workers know Carol Ramey. She's one of those crazy, eccentric rescue people. And her last dog was named Warren, just Little Warren, named after me. Little Warren is now at the Rainbow Bridge. This one was recently rescued, and this is Warren J, again named after me, much better looking, a little bit richer I think too. But he's a sweetheart of a dog, and it just goes to show, and he was taken from the West LA shelter, and it just goes to show you that some of the most amazing animals come out of shelters and rescue organizations. So I want everyone here to check these guys out. He was a biter. They told you he was a biter. That's what they told my mother too. He's a biter, give him back. What a great person Carol is. All right, so this is not my first blessing of the animals, but this is really the first Pet Memorial Day. There's a lot of blessings of the animals that go on throughout the country, and I'm a big fan of them. I've done them in New York, Detroit, Chicago. The reason I wanted to do it here is I have a very, very special place in my heart for LA Pet Memorial Park. And the reason for that is I know the people here, and the people are the most sincere, most incredible people in terms of helping people get through that critical time when they lose their pets. So this is an amazing place, and I'm glad that my friend Dave Stiller had gotten together with me and we were able to put this together. So I want to thank you all for coming out. I want to share this with you. This is something I had written a few years back. It's called Memorializing a Loved One. Bear with me, I'm not the greatest reader in the world. I was that kid that didn't spend a whole lot of time in high school. Losing a loved one can be completely devastating. It's almost like relearning how to live your life without them. So you just take it one day at a time. However, there's that part of your heart that they filled, and now it is empty. No one else can ever fill it, and it will forever be void until you see them again. That doesn't mean we can't heal and find peace in good memories and feel blessed that we had them in our lives. Creating memorials can help us feel closer to them. Many people are afraid of losing that picture in their mind of what their pets look like, how their little paws felt, how they smelled. While we can't have them right here with us, we can do a lot to celebrate their life and show them the respect for an incredible bond we were lucky enough to share with them for the years that we had them. That's how I feel about memorializing our pets. One more thing, and then I'm going to move this quickly because I know a Marine Corps guy over there, you got to get back to active duty, right? And heaven forbid if you're late for chow, right? I know that feeling. Let me just share this one poem with you. It's called I'm Still Here, and then I'm going to introduce my friend Dave Stiller. I'm still here. And again, bear with me, guys, please. I was going to read this on the radio yesterday, but you guys, if you listen to the show, you know when I read poems like this, I kind of start to tear up, so hopefully I won't today. Friend, please don't mourn for me. I'm still here, though you don't see. I'm right by your side each night and day, and within your heart I long to stay. My body is gone, but I'm always near. I'm everything you feel, see, or hear. My spirit is free, but I'll never depart as long as you keep me alive in your heart. I'll never wander out of your sight. I'm the brightest star on a summer night. I'll never be beyond your reach, the warm, moist sand when you're at the beach. I'm the colorful leaves when the fall comes around, and the pure white snow that blankets the ground. I'm the beautiful flowers of which you're so fond, the clear cool water in a quiet pond. I'm the first bright blossom you see in the spring, the first warm raindrop that April will bring. I'm the first ray of light when the sun starts to shine, and you'll see that the face in the moon is mine. When you start thinking there's no one to love you, you can talk to me through the Lord above. I'll whisper my answer through the leaves on the trees, and you'll feel my presence in this summer breeze. Fabulous poem. I'm going to put that up on the website. I hope you all kind of share it with me. All right, I want to introduce, we're going right now, we're going to go to the blessing. We're going to introduce Dave Stiller. Dave Stiller, Dave, my good friend Dave Stiller, who is the president, the big G here at LA Pet Memorial. Come on up, Dave. Dave, let me just tell you something about Dave. Dave is a very good friend of mine, and not only here in LA, but he also has a home in Arizona, not too far away from mine, and he supports the Humane Societies up in Sedona. Any involvement I have with animals, you can rest assured that Dave's going to be there to support. So let me let Dave speak a little bit, and then we'll be back to you. Go ahead, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you and welcome from the LA Pet Park. We are honored to be the venue today for the Hugs and Kisses Pet Memorial tribute, and our hope is that this will become an annual event, and we can have Warren out here every fall to do our blessing and have you all join us. The Pet Park has been here for 82 years. We have over 40,000 pets. We have a crematory for cats and dogs. We have a complete line of pet-related items in the office. I encourage you all, before you leave, just to walk through, take a peek and see what we have. Also, the top of the hill, we have the original building for LA Pet Memorial Park. It's a mausoleum built originally in 1929, and 3 years ago it was renovated and rededicated. LA Pet Memorial Park is the second oldest running business in the city of Calabasas. Oh, it's the first? Okay, well, the other people probably went out of business. So we're the first. You know, tough economic times, and here we are, and we're going to be here. We have a nice, solid staff, a good organization of people running this place, as you probably know, and we're very proud to be members of Calabasas. I'd like to now introduce Dennis Washburn. He is the Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Calabasas. He'll say a few words, and again, from the Pet Park, we thank you all very much for coming to the Hugs and Kisses Animal Fund's first Pet Blessing and Memorial Day.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and loving and loved pets. It's great to be with you today in this very peaceful place. It feels pretty busy today, though, doesn't it? With all the activity of folks who are looking to save and find homes for and take good care of our pets and animals. And we strongly encourage your continued support of the LA Pet Park Memorial Park, that is. And we're glad to have Warren Eckstein here and the pet show represented. He's come all the way from New York in order to make sure that folks recognize the importance of sharing the community, of taking care of your pets and enjoying them. Thank you, Dave, for the introduction, and it's great to see the work that you all do here at the facility. And I want to thank the Sophie board also, because all the folks that give up their time to make sure that there is a lovely place like this, and that there is a memory that is preserved, and it's a living memory all the time. It really helps to build a community. And Calabasas, while this is actually a little bit of Los Angeles County, not quite Calabasas, one of these days we hope that this will be a part of the city itself. We want to let you know how important we think that the facility and all the love and care that goes into living with these wonderful animals does for building a community like we do here in the community of Calabasas. So I'm glad you're here today. I'm sorry that we've taken a little longer to get to this point of welcoming you here and having a good time. I hope that you'll continue to support the Hugs and Kisses Foundation and Sophie, of course, and support the lifelong commitment that there is. Not just the 82 years, but maybe another 82 years easy that we're going to see the value of this facility in building our community. Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be with you here today. I also would like to introduce my wife, Carol Washburn, who is president of the Chamber of Commerce in Calabasas. She's here to indicate the support of our business and small business community as well for everything that's done here from a professional standpoint. Thank you all today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and let's make sure we take care of those loving animals that we have with us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. And Dennis has had already said to me that next year we'll have the whole Calabasas behind us. Maybe you can do this on the Calabasas TV channel. All right, here's what we're going to do now. I want to give you a couple of things that are going on here. Then we're going to have the blessing. I want both of the reverends to come up and say a few words right before that, right before the blessing. But I want to tell you what we have here today. A lot of people don't know. I told you about the phenomenal rescue groups we have here. We also have a good friend of mine and an amazing animal communicator, Melissa Bacelar. Did I pronounce that right? Bacelar? Bacala, whatever. Bachelor. Melissa is here. Where's Melissa? Melissa's somewhere. If you want to find out what's in your animal's head, Melissa's the lady to speak to. She's back there somewhere. And also I want to tell everyone that we have some great food. I know people are hungry. We have a vegan Jamaican food truck back there with great vegan food for those that are into vegan. We also have the gourmet Jeannie, who I understand has fabulous Mediterranean food as well. And we have some pies available too. What I want to do right now is, again, I'm going to thank you, but I want to bring both reverends up. Let me have Reverend Stacy Christopher first. Stacy, if you can come up and say a few words, and then we'll have Reverend Kathy Lyons come up, and then what we're going to do is everyone's going to line up behind the wonderful LA PD mounted unit back there, and we're all going to walk past the reverends, and everyone's going to get blessed. Their pets will get blessed too if you don't need it, and everyone's going to get a St. Christopher medal for their dog, and then I'll be back here to talk to you guys a little bit more.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Stacy Christopher, and I'm very pleased to be with you here today. I have more than a few words, so I'll say them quickly. I've had a number of pets throughout my life: cats, dogs, birds, a goat, 2 black-footed ferrets named Frodo and Frida. And my children had pets as well, mostly guinea pigs and hamsters, and one notable pet rat, about whom I'll say a few more words in a moment. When I speak, I tend to talk about my children and my pets to illustrate points, and I especially love to tell stories that combine both. So here goes. My son Peter is a sophomore in high school now, 6'2", and thankfully he's very good-natured about his mother sharing his life with large groups. When he was about 4 years old, still in his car seat, we lived just down the way in Woodland Hills, and my good friend Rebecca had a bird named Traveler, and Peter was scared to death of this bird because it would flap his wings and it just terrified him. One day we were driving home from kindergarten, and from the back seat he started talking about, "We have to go see Becky's bird, Becky's bird." I'm like, "Peter, you hate that bird." But he insisted that we had to go see Becky's bird. So we dropped in unannounced, and Becky was good enough to let us in the house, and went to get the bird, and come to find out the cage door had been left open, and I had the door to outside, and Traveler had gotten outside and was laying in the jacuzzi flapping around and almost drowned. So Becky scooped him up, took him to the vet. He was fine. Peter was fine. Didn't remember by the time we got home that this bird had called out to him and he had heard it. So I'm a very firm believer in the fact that bonds between animals and people, or should I say between all of us living things, are powerful and mysterious, and that they go well beyond time and space, and indeed sometimes beyond all apparent reason. Thank you.
Thank you guys. I'm just going to have Patrice Ryan come up here to do a raffle. Then we're going to have the other reverend introduce himself, and then we're going to line up and bless all of your animals, and so you can go home with a bunch of blessed animals, I guess. Right? And just so you know, is what I did is, where is it? Give me 2 minutes, okay? Wait, don't go anywhere. Nobody leave. Wait, don't go. I got all this great stuff in here. For those people who may not have pets here, these are my pets that are no longer with us. This is Rio, who's going to be blessed today, who's no longer with us. This is my American Staffordshire Terrier, one of those killer pit bulls, with my cat on top of him, Mouty. He's going to be blessed today. And this is my other dog's Collar, and they're going to be blessed today. So just because they're no longer with us doesn't mean they're not in our hearts and our memories. My job. I just want to introduce quickly Reverend Kathy Lyons, speak for a quick second, then the blessing's going to start. The blessing's going to be right over there. And then, by the way, when we're done today, I said this on the radio show yesterday, and I mean this, if anyone has a dog or a cat question for me, I'm here to answer them. So if your dog hates your in-laws, I will resolve that problem. I actually trained my dog to hate my in-laws. All right, so let me introduce Reverend Kathy Lyons. Kathy.
Good afternoon. How many people know that their pets are part of their family? How many of you believe they're part of your family? Absolutely. I know I have 2 cats at home, and they are like my family, like just as if it was a husband or a child. You know, I treat them like they're my family, and they're pampered. Pets have always been a big part of my life from the time I was a little girl. One of my first memories was picking out from a litter of kittens this real cute tabby cat. And I've always had an affection for tabby cats, but in fact all cats and all animals. When I grew up, we had dogs, cats, parrots, rabbits, rats. And one of the things about animals that is different from human beings is we had all these different breeds and species living together harmoniously. Wouldn't it be nice if our world was just like that? I have 2 beautiful cats named Precious and Andy, and I'm just honored to be their pet mother. So I just want to know for you that your pets are just a pure blessing. I know I feel that connection with all animals, and it's just a delight to see all these beautiful faces in the audience. And I'd like to close with a prayer by Meister Eckhart. Apprehend God in all things, for God is in all things. Every single creature is full of God and is a book about God. Every creature is the Word of God. If I spent enough time with the tiniest creature, even a caterpillar, I would never have to prepare a sermon. So full of God is in every creature. Bless you.
Thank you, Kathy. All right, everyone ready to get blessed?
Yes.
You need it a lot more than your pets, let me tell you. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with the police horses and the mounted unit, and as soon as we get the reverends over there, and then I'm going to introduce Patrice Ryan's going to come back up, and while your animals are being blessed, I want you to listen to Patrice very carefully. She's going to talk about, I believe you're going to talk about the relationship after our pets have moved on to that rainbow bridge or that big bridge in the sky. By the way, if you guys have not walked around here yet, take a look at the gravestones here. You go to a human cemetery, it'll say beloved father, grandfather, aunt and uncle. These say my best friend. It's a big difference. So check them out when you're walking around later. We'll be back in a little bit. We got a great magician for you later. But right now, let's get our animals blessed. Every dog, every cat, every horse that gets blessed will be getting a St. Francis of Assisi medal to wear on their collar.
And, you know, you're all pets, right? But you're all pets, not. You are not they communicate with you.
Let us know when.
And only because Pasadena
Nice to see you. Hello, how are you?
We're honoring the love that we all share and the joy that they bring into our lives. And, you know, animals have such a unique way of just showing up.
Good. I feel like I've seen you a lot more often than
convincing. You know, with this childlike quality. I mean, like, who else, you know, enjoy plush toys, climbing on furniture, and eating everything out of a bowl? I mean, you know, and they talk about also how, like, you would hold their face in your hand and cup it and then talk to them whatever way you talk to them. No, they remember these little things that you did with them that meant so much to them. And for people, you said they carry so much guilt and remorse, and we miss them so darn much. And the pet is still really alive. They're not dead. They're in your life, they're in your heart, they're in your mind. And so when you're grieving, they understand that. They're like, okay, well, what do we do? You really start remembering all the great things that you shared together. And stop dwelling on feelings and memories. And it's okay to acknowledge those feelings, but they'll immediately start talking about it. Thanks for taking my shoulder walk. Or, you know, they talk about the things that make you happy. They always go to that good feeling. And then there's dog.
When you're on the side of the one north of San it wasn't a little dog, our dog. It was a Great Pyrenees. I look and I see these stray dogs.
But they never grow up. You know, they never mature past the age of like 2. So they're always your baby. So they don't grow up. They're always your baby. They always love you. And they're never mad at you. If they are for like a minute. And then they get over it.
I'm going to come over that side of you only because Maddie is...
So when you think about them, crossed over, really try to acknowledge and stay in that good feeling space. How much you love them, how much they love you. Another pet, and there's plenty of them here, and they all wanted to show up and love you.
Sweetie? Oh, I'm sorry.
Keep this in mind.
Don't have one more.
No one is more connected to your pet than you are. Sorry. And you are in constant communication with them, whether you're in the physical presence or not. If you're going to make up a story, why not make it a good one? And reach for that good feeling thought. After all, that's what your pet does. And if you find yourself experiencing a negative feeling thought, love it right up.
17.
Thank you, everybody.
I didn't never done this before, so I didn't know
where did Warren go.
And look at the line. First of all, you can stay up there, Patrice. First of all, I'm so thankful. Look at the line of people waiting to get their dogs and their cats and their horses and all the animals present. I knew today, well, I didn't know till today, that we were actually opposite one of the largest pet adoption events in LA. Well, let me just bless you guys for coming out here today. I spoke to some of the rescue people. A lot of interest in some of the dogs they have available for adoption, which is absolutely great. So I just want to share with you the goal of while everyone's here today. The goal of the Hugs and Kisses Animal Fund is to be the poorest animal group in the country. That is my goal, to raise money and give it away just as fast as it comes in, and you'll start seeing that happen as we raise money. If you'd like to make a donation, by the way, to the Hugs and Kisses Animal Fund, feel free to see my good friend, our executive director, Yvette over there. She's the one with the funny looking ears, and the one she's wearing on top of her head too. And Jan is over there as well, so if you want to make a donation or buy some Hugs and Kisses stuff, feel free. By the way, I'd love to see everyone throw a couple of bucks into the rescue group's bins over here, because if the groups are here today, these are the groups that walk the walk, folks. There's a lot of rescue groups out here, but these are the groups that walk the walk. There's 3 or 4 three-legged dogs, a blind dog, Patrice, so it's unbelievable. I'm so glad you're here to share this with me today.
Thank you so much for having me. You know, Warren, I love his philosophy of the Hugs and Kisses approach, because it's really, if your pet is barking and annoying you, don't get mad at them for communicating with you. They're trying to tell you something. So, you know, he has a great way of getting you to find out what the source of the issue is, why they're really barking. So if you really ask your pet why they're doing something, you will get the answer. You will find out. And then your communication, your relationship will improve 100-fold. So even when pets do bad things, they're just doing things that you don't want them to do. It's not really bad. And so my philosophy is like, love it out of there. Like, I would go pick them up and you squeeze them and go, oh my God, I love you. Oh my God, you are so naughty right now. Why did you do that? And then they usually like shift. Something will shift. You'll become less mad. They'll become less mad. They won't do that behavior anymore. But really, you know, just love it out of there.
I have a new thing I do. I have a new thing I do with my dog. When my dog Skylar, everyone says to me, Warren, you must have the most incredibly well-trained dogs in the world. Well-trained dogs are boring dogs, okay? From my perspective, if a dog responds 80–85% of the time. So this is my new line. When Skylar looks at me and says, "Hey, Pop, you talking to me?" I look at him and say, "Skylar, what am I talking Chinese?" That's my new line. And he looks at me and then he reacts. When Skylar had surgery last week, when I just left him, y'all know the story of my little Cisco, my little Chihuahua terrorist mix. As I left the house, I shouldn't say this, but I think Cisco was humping Skylar's head. But that's in dog world, that's just kind of play. I told Skylar not to feel flattered. It's not that he has a sexy head. Oh, by the way, I'm seeing a lot of, down at the end of this line over here is a great group of people. German Shepherd Rescue of Orange County. I just gave a seminar for them last week with over 200 German Shepherds that were rescued last year that were brought back together. An amazing group, and a lot of people don't realize that 25% of all dogs at shelters across the country are purebred dogs. 25%. So if you're looking for a purebred dog, you don't have to go buy a dog from the breeder. You don't have to go to heaven forbid, you should go to a puppy store. The bottom line is, if you're looking for a purebred dog, go to a rescue and check out the shelters. We're here with the LAPD Mounted Police Unit. What a great crew they are. What are the horses actually used for now with LAPD?
Well, the majority of the time, we are out and we do crime suppression. And what that is the crime that is going on, and specifically in the divisions where there's a lot of street crime, we go out there and we specifically target crime on the street. For example, we were in Hollywood on Friday. We made 6 arrests Friday. Each team averages 1 to 3 arrests per team per day. We're targeting parolees at large, we're targeting narcotics, car break-ins, street robberies, anything that is a quality of life.
What about crowd control?
Crowd control, crowd management, we do that also. But those are few and far between, believe it or not, in the city of Los Angeles. Lakers, those types of things, people demonstrating for whatever their cause is. But we go out in a crowd management mode initially, assess the crowd, and then if it becomes rowdy or unruly, then we'll come back, put face shields on the horses to protect the horses, put our helmets on, and to do crowd control.
And in terms of the use of the horses in LA, they used every day there?
Every day.
How many horses do we have here in LA?
We have 24 right now, and we have 27 riders. And we really would like to have 40.
Really, that many?
The most we've ever had is 38, so we can rotate them out.
And how does one decide? I mean, is it your decision, or do you have people that put in applications that specifically want to be on a mountain?
Oh, it's a very elite division.
Is it really?
It's part of Metro Division, which is Canine, SWAT, and the horses.
Okay, so
and you have to take you have to come into Metro and work for at least a year, and then you can apply for mounted, canine, or SWAT, and then they'll select from there.
And how do they select the horses that are being used? Obviously, temperament's got to be paramount.
Correct. We have to. We probably would buy 1 out of every 100 horses we look at.
Really?
And so we'll take them on a 30-day basis. Some are donated, and we'll give them, because we do have a 501c3 ourselves, the Los Angeles Police Equestrian Fund.
I know. I spoke to one of the officers there. In fact, we're going to help you with a ride that you guys are going to have to raise some money.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so we'll use that money to buy horses too.
And when the horses retire?
Good question. I bought 3 of them already.
Really?
So basically, the rider gets to buy the horse. And then if the rider doesn't want it, then somebody else in the unit gets to buy the horse. And then if not, then we'll find a home for the horse. And that's just to make sure that the horse, they've served the community, they've served the police department. They need to go to a good home and not just to some rental.
It's kind of like the canine, when they retire, they go to the office and they work.
It wasn't always that way.
Yeah, I remember when it wasn't that way.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you guys for what you do. Thank you for coming out today.
You're welcome. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you for having us. My pleasure, guys.
We're honored.
We'll be seeing you.
You're never going to find us.
This one's for Dr. too. It's breaking my heart. This is Robin Hood.
You need Robin Hood.
No, Robin Hood. She's fostering Robin Hood because he stole her heart, she told me on the radio. Oh my God. So Robin Hood needs a home.
Oh, she is?
Going to cut my ride.
Close the door.
Hope the dog. Is this adorable? This dog was just pulled out of Baldwin Park Shelter. It's a puppy.
I am Brandon. I'm the Wizard of WoW, and all the.
Come on, you guys need. Oh, you got 2. You can need another dog, don't you? Look at this guy.
The seats here available to see a little bit of magic.
Beautiful cat.
My first magic trick.
Here I am again at LA Pet Memorial Park with my good friend. What's his dog's name? Oliver, and this is Lisa, and Lisa's with Life for Paws, a great non-profit rescue organization. How did you get into rescue, and what made you decide to dedicate your life to? Look at this face. I know what made you decide, but how many animals do you work with? How many animals do you find homes for? There's always more animals that need homes. Tell me about how hard it is.
It's very hard in this economy. I have 83 dogs in my group right now.
83 dogs are just looking for homes.
Yes.
They're all in fosters now?
Yes. We had over 31 puppies this year. We had a number of litters that we rescued from the various shelters, LA City, LA County, and Camarillo. So we've been raising those, and it's just amazingly hard. Oliver came to us. Mum was like 3 days due, and she had a litter of 5, and we've placed 3 of them, and we have 2 left from the litter.
2 left.
Which we're amazed. Cute. There's no rhyme or reason. We would have thought that we would have placed our puppies.
Already. Yeah, usually puppies are the first to go.
Usually puppies are. How I came into rescue, it was over 15 years ago. I started volunteering for the city of Los Angeles. Worked with a couple of other rescue groups, and then decided that I wanted to start my own group. And our group has been in existence for 10 years. We've rescued over 3,000 dogs.
Wow.
And this year alone, I just did my figures, we've actually adopted out over 187 dogs.
Well, let me ask you the big question. You know, we're here today. This is our first annual Pet Memorial, and I'm real excited. The turnout was great. People showed some interest. One of the things that we're trying to do is, you know, there are so many big organizations that do a lot of good work, but they have a lot of money too. But it's organizations like yourself, what I call the mom and pop organizations, that really have a tough time. And that's the whole purpose of today, is raising money for Hugs and Kisses for my fund, so that we can grant it out to the small mom and pop organizations. How difficult it is keeping the funds coming in during this economic situation.
Extremely difficult.
Really.
Not only with a mom and pop rescue or a small group, we've got to learn all our marketing, we've got to learn to promote, we've got to do all the paperwork of the in and outs, we have to do all the city reports. And so most of us, all of us are volunteers, and we all have families and full-time jobs. So to find the time to even fundraise or to go after the grants is near impossible.
See, that's exactly what Hugs and Kisses is all about. So you don't have to worry about the fundraising in the future. You don't have to worry about all this grant information in the future. We know that, you know, I've been doing this for a few years. As I joke, it's not my first rodeo, even though I hate rodeos. But the most important thing to remember is that this is what you need to do. This is what I want to give you guys the opportunity to do, is really save the animals and not so much worry about raising that $100 to spay this dog or that.
Absolutely.
And to some organizations, they want big donations of 20, 30. You know what? I gave an organization in Detroit last week a check for $500. It's like I gave them $5 million. They read a food bank and they were able to feed a whole bunch of dogs.
No, definitely.
A lot of people have come to me today, and Lisa, they said, thank you, Warren, for having this event. We appreciate your radio show. We appreciate this, that. Let me take the opportunity to say, no, thank you guys and all the rescuers and humane workers for the work you do 24 hours, 7 days a week. Let's face it, you all have families, you all have other jobs, you all have other obligations. It's Sunday afternoon now, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and here you are on your Sunday away from your family, trying to find a home for a beautiful face like this, Oliver. So if you're looking for a dog, you know what to do. Adopt, or if you're looking to get rid of some money, donate to the small animal shelters and rescues across the country.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.